Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Tanzil Mirza. Today we will learn about Mongoose. And also this video is a continuation of the previous one where we discussed some core concepts of MongoDB. Actually we were supposed to cover Mongoose in the previous session itself, but I realized that we are overshooting the time, so I decided to make a separate video only on Mongoose. Let's get started. Let me ask you this simple question. What is Mongoose? Or what do you mean by Mongoose? Well, if you Google this term mongoose, it will give you a definition something similar to this, which says mongoose is an object data modeling tool for MongoDB. Now, what does that mean? Let's try to understand this definition in simple words. Let me give you a quick recap also. In the previous video, we learnt about MongoDB and we saw how data is stored in the form of objects. It is always in the form of objects, which generally looks like JSON objects. However, it's not exactly the JSON, but yes, it looks very similar to JSON, where data is stored in the form of key value pairs. Let me show you a screenshot from one of my collection. So this is how the data is stored. You can see it is stored in the form of objects. Okay. Okay, let's take an example. Let's say I want to store information of all the books that I have in my library. How do you think a book should look like? I mean, what are the properties that we should consider while framing an object for book? Okay, let's say, I'll just open Impress. Just a second. Okay, let's say here itself. How do you think it should be created? How do you think a object for book should look like? Let's say it should have one title. Okay, what else it should have? Publisher name. Okay, and what else? Published date, maybe. Published date. And what else? Yeah, price we can add, and so on. We can keep on adding the properties. Okay, so but we cannot simply push this data just like that only into the MongoDB. We cannot push it like that. Someone has to create a model. Someone has to structure it properly, because we know that MongoDB stores data in the form of objects. So someone has to tell MongoDB. That is the key value pair. This is where Mongoose comes into picture. It helps us create a structure of our data. It's like creating a blueprint and telling MongoDB that, hey Mongo, user will be storing this kind of document, or asking that user will be asking this kind of document. So technically speaking, Mongoose creates an object reference for the MongoDB, and it uses schema to do so. There are schemas in Mongoose. We'll talk about that in detail when we start coding. So we'll not write any code today as well, but just to give you a small exposure, this is how a schema should look like. This is how we model our data. Let me go back to the code. I have created a minimal schema for that. So this is how it should look like. However, it will contain a lot more information than this, but yeah, we'll be using a schema, and this is how we create the structure. This is how we model our data. Okay, so we'll be having one title for particularly for the book. We'll be having one title which will be of type string. Publisher will be of type string. Published on will be of type data, and is on sale maybe on is of type boolean. So this is how we structure the data. Now let's revisit the definition of Mongoose. Yeah, this Mongoose is an object data modeling tool for MongoDB. Does it make more sense now? That's why we say that Mongoose is an object data modeling tool. It models the data, it structures the data, it defines how the data will look like. Okay, how the object, how the document will look like. So this is, and we use a schema for that. So tomorrow when we'll start coding, I'll cover all the leftover points there. So this is how it will look. So there is still a lot to cover about Mongoose, but right now it will not make any sense. So let's start coding in the next video and try to cover up all the leftover points there while writing the code itself for Mongoose and MongoDB interaction. So Mongoose is dependent on MongoDB, and MongoDB is dependent on Mongoose, but they are different thing. Okay, don't get confused. These two are different things. So I hope this was useful. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching this. See you in the next video.